most of these students have never ever heard professional music performed live. Especially, they've never heard the different styles of music that you are going to be presenting to them. And they also think of music as something that's just entertainment and fun. And in the morning, Holocaust presentations, they could see how music was really part of a whole historical experience. And now in the afternoon, with the music poetry connection, they're going to develop a different understanding of language and how words and music connect to each other.
I'm still a poet, and I wrote just always when I was younger. I kept journal, like diaries when I was little, and I still keep journals, and this is a journal that I keep still. I always have one on me. And Mark Twain was a junior high school, like it's still in Coney Island, and it has a creative writing talent. And so even in junior high school, I was a writer, so it encouraged me, and I was a writer, and we had a creative writing class, and it definitely helps to have schools that encourage this kind of work. So, like I say, stuff that I did on my own, it just became more formal. And this poem was just a homework assignment in, I think it was 7th grade, and at first I wrote it in English, actually, because I was born here and my family from Honduras, and then I translated into Spanish for a contest, and it was just something that would happen within the school, and it just this little poem stayed doing its own thing. It kind of has its own life, and I come visit it. This is what I always do. and when Elliot took it and made it a song, that was just another thing that happened with the poem. It's like a very simple thing, and yeah, and I think that's like the best thing that you could ever have happen to a piece of your writing, that it lives on without you, and that, it's not even yours anymore after a while. So I'm always really happy to visit it. And like I say, I stay writing maybe because of this kind of experience. I got really lucky when I was young, and I got to have something live on. And hopefully I'll have a book out within the next year or two. It's been a long haul, but it's a hard life. I don't recommend it always to everyone, but this sort of thing is, you have to do it because you have to do it, and that's why I'm still doing it.
Sheila, could you tell me the title first of all?
Oh, El Progreso, Honduras is the town where my parents are both from, like born and raised, and I would visit every summer, and I still visit, or every other summer, and I still visit. And this is actually a moment when I felt very comfortable. Honestly, I never felt that comfortable because I was from here. And this is a moment where I was really happy. I was playing with my cousins, and I think I still do that in my poems. I actually look for moments where I'm at peace in some way. So that's all it was. I think there's a lot of turmoil. I come from Brooklyn, and Honduras is a really turbulent place. It had a coup 2 years ago. There are a lot of places that are full of strife or turmoil, and I'm always looking to be peaceful somewhere. So that's what this is about in a lot of ways.
When you're writing poems now, do you write in Spanish or English or both?
Mostly English. Some other words will leak. Like, I am interested in slang and half words, and because I've always been, there's always another language rattling around inside. There's just my family. Like I say, I was always all in Spanish at home, but English outside. And so there's just always another thing going on my tongue. So I do that in my poems a lot. So even if it's not just Spanish, it's some other language.
Yeah. I'm wondering if what prompts you to write poetry is the same thing that prompts the Western Wind to sing.
Sure. For instance, right now, it's super inspirational just to hear them. Like, I just started writing down notes. Music is completely a muse, of course. That's where it comes from. And it just is a meditation in some way, and anything moving is a meditation to me. Music moves, even the train moves. Honestly, I like riding on the train a lot because it's movement. I think once your mind is moving, like it wants to say something, and you have to put it somewhere. So that's why.
El Progreso, Honduras. Above the mountains far ahead, we saw the clouds, and we prepared ourselves for the rain. The laundry hanging on the clothesline was taken inside. The chickens were chased back into their coop. The hammock was untied from the palm trees and stored away until the rain ceased. Then the showers came and relieved us of the day's heat. We played barefoot through the storm, drenched, our feet covered in the mud that was the road. El Progreso, Honduras. Sobre las montañas vimos las nubes y nosotros nos preparamos para la lluvia. Pusimos la ropa lavada adentro, las gallinas en sus casitas y desamarramos la hamaca de los árboles y la guardamos hasta que la lluvia dejó de caer. Luego vino la lluvia y nos alivió del calor del día. Jugamos sin zapatos en la lluvia, mojados, nuestros pies cubiertos en el lodo que era la calle.
Sobre las montañas vimos las nubes y nosotros nos preparamos para la lluvia. Above the mountains far ahead, we saw the clouds and we prepared ourselves for the rain. Sobre las montañas vimos las nubes y nosotros nos preparamos para la lluvia. Pusimos la ropa lavada, las gallinas en sus casitas y desamarramos la hamaca de los árboles y la guardamos hasta que la lluvia dejó de caer. Luego vino la lluvia y nos alivió del calor del día. Jugamos sin zapatos en la lluvia, mojados nuestros pies. Cubiertos en el lodo que era la calle. Sobre las montañas vimos tus niños de paz,